chances are you'll be wondering how to get them to help around the house at some stage. So how do you start them on chores? We're talking about that now with childhood behaviour expert Laura Kiln from Stamp Out. Good morning to you, Laura.
Good morning.
Everyone goes through this. First up, how old should a child be when you first start asking them to help around the house?
Well, I think probably the key is to start very young, but not actually starting by asking them to do chores, but really children as young as 2 love copying mummy. So that's really a good time to start. And you know, if you're dusting, they could be dusting, and then you're saying, oh, you're being such a help to mummy, that's really great. And we build on it from there rather than just waiting till they hit a particular age and then just, okay, now it's chores.
So it stops being fun and helping out mummy and getting that positive reinforcement. It starts, they can see that it's actually work.
And then they think they're really helping, and yeah, they feel good about themselves.
Do you think children should get an allowance in return for that?
Well, I think that's a really tricky area to get yourself into, and I see a lot of parents who come very badly unstuck trying to work out how much each particular job is worth, if you like, in sort of in dollar terms. So I would always introduce something like a token system, and I'm working with a group of mothers at the moment in a parent survival group, and we found it fantastic that you can have tokens. So each child has their own colour token, and you decide between mum and the child how many particular jobs they need to do to get a token. So laying the table might be 1 token, then it can add up to more difficult things like taking out the rubbish might be 3 or 4.
And those tokens?
What they do is then they can actually trade those in. So it might be that they learn that they save up 5 tokens, they can watch 10 minutes longer of their TV, or
a trip to the beach, or just whatever it is that,
and older children, a bit more time on the computer is always a great one. So 10 more minutes and that's the result. Okay, well, let's go through it. You suggested from 2 years of age you can start having kids help around the house. What's appropriate for 2 to 4? I would have thought 2 to 4 is really copying what mum's doing. That's the sort of way to really start them going with that. So dusting, napkins on the table, put away toys, laundry in the house, nice and simple. Simple things that they're copying you doing, and then you're constantly praising them. Like, wow, that was a great job. You've really helped mummy today. Okay, next group is 4 to 7-year-olds. Right, so they're getting just a little bit more difficult. They're learning now that they can actually say no. So you might need to sort of think a little bit more about, well, what's realistic? Because 4 to 7 is a big gap. So what you can do at, you can do at 4 might take a bit of help, like making the bed is quite hard at 4. So you need to make sure that children understand what you mean by making the bed. Maybe don't be too picky on those hospital corners. Exactly, exactly. Next group is 8 to 10. They're starting to get a lot more mature now with what they can do, the motor skills and all of that. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think 8 to 10, again, you're looking at things like keeping rooms tidy, things like helping wash the car, things like making their bed. Definitely should now be able to be doing it as if you would like it. It'll never be as perfect as you would like, but a little bit better. And make the bed is making a repeat appearance in every single one. Then we go to 11 years old. Yeah, now they're getting... Yeah, well, once you get to 11 plus, I think this token thing really comes in big time, because children are all about what they want now, instantly, that minute. And so if you have been asking all morning for them to please go and unload the dishwasher, and then they say, Mum, I really need now, could you take me to see my friends? If you say, okay, of course I can, darling. When you've unloaded that dishwasher for me, then I'll pop you in the car and off we go. And it's amazing how quickly that chore will get done. And that's not bribery at all, that's just being practical. That's just being practical. Okay. Laura Kiln, some really good advice there. Thanks for that.